Step into the vibe, oh yeah. Feel the rhythm rise high, we're living life. Let's fly, off tap life. Sky's the limit, no shy. Off tap life.
The Rock doesn't know his role as he disappoints the millions and millions of rock fans in the most electrifying way ever. The Rock has somehow managed to become his own meme, because you see, the man, The Rock, the one that we all love, the great one, the people's champion, he's no longer electrifying us in the ways that we want. He's electrifying us in the most negative way possible. He has stopped cooking. We can't smell it anymore. The wonderful things he used to cook. He was a great cook. He used to cook really well. The Rock. But now The Rock is cooking up a bunch of BS. Ladies and gentlemen, I hate to say it. I hate to be the one to be the bearer of bad news. But The Rock thinks it doesn't matter what you think. That's what's going on. Ladies and gentlemen, I am a little bit disappointed, like a lot of us wrestling fans, because you see, when you start a story, ladies and gentlemen, when you are the architect of the story, when you are the one who is the puppeteer, the one who is, controlling the narrative, and when you insert yourself into a story, I think it's a common assumption to all that you will be there to also help tell the story and ultimately help finish the story. Now, this is where we have a little bit of a problem, because WrestleMania 41, ladies and gentlemen, just happened, and it's taken me a few days to recover. I wanted to make this video a few days ago. I couldn't do it, dude. I've been recovering from the freaking pain and suffering that The Rock has been cooking towards all of us. It's like he doesn't like us anymore. And also, what's making it worse is he doesn't even know what kayfabe is anymore, or he doesn't care, because now he's Mr. Hollywood and TKA board dude or whatever. So suddenly, everything that we thought that The Rock believed in, because all of us wrestling fans believe in, because it is wrestling, kayfabe, the whole keeping kayfabe thing is kind of like a spiritual mantra, a thing that is a given, a thing that we all know to be very important in the world of wrestling. In fact, some may say it is the holy grail and the all in wrestling, keeping kayfabe. If you're not going to keep kayfabe, then what are we doing here, ladies and gentlemen? Because you're just really not helping to tell the story. You're not helping the narrative. You're not helping anything. The Rock has just made all the things that we don't really want to know. He made them all known, and it really just actually sucks. It made WrestleMania 41 Day 2, ladies and gentlemen, which was the better of the 2 days in my opinion, but overall I enjoyed WrestleMania 41 overall. But I have to tell you that the ending of WrestleMania 41 Day 2, The Rock was nowhere to be found. In fact, what made it even worse was they had Travis show up, which is understandable. He's kind of was part of the original story. He was there with The Rock originally. Elimination Chamber. He was there. The Rock. He was there. So when we saw Travis, we all automatically thought we're going to see The Rock too, because you wouldn't just send a Travis out there why would you send Travis Scott out there by himself when a freaking like a chipmunk could beat him up? Like, he doesn't look very intimidating walking around with a fake belt that he didn't even win or do anything to get. I don't even know why he's walking around with that belt. it's kind of weird, dude. It's like, dude, you're not hardcore. You're just like freaking. Well, I guess you know what to give crap. I'm gonna give Travis some respect and because he's kayfabing. He's kayfabing better than The Rock. He is in the world of kayfabe. In his mind, he is the hardcore champion. He is the man. He is freaking big and Batista-like in his mind. He's like walking around thinking he's weighing freaking 350 and freaking got freaking guns like the old pythons that Hogan used to have. And he's in his mind, he's got kayfabe happening. That's what it is. Yo, you got to respect Travis Scott for that. He's doing kayfabe, ladies and gentlemen. Kayfabe is alive and well in the mind of Travis Scott. But as far as The Rock goes, kayfabe doesn't exist anymore, because if it did, he would not have then just merely freaking hours after disappointing all of us at WrestleMania by not being where he should have been to help the narrative and tell and finish the story that he started, that he's been freaking inserting himself in for ages now, right? We've been teasing so much the final boss. Oh, wow, it's going to be exciting. The final boss is coming. The final boss is just like, where? Invisible boss. Maybe change your name. I don't know. I just know that this was crazy because we've been like, as fans, wanting The Rock. First of all, The Rock knows exactly what was going on, and him pretending like he didn't is painful as a fan to know that he is just trying to spin this thing and make it like, yeah, oh wow, just the Rock's work was, the final boss's job was done. I didn't want to interfere, I didn't want to be part of it. Let's let John Cena be the star, of the show and tell his story, by himself, the 17th, world champion, blah, blah, yada, yada. Come on, man. We were waiting for you to come because you're the soul snatcher. You're the one he sold the soul to, allegedly, apparently. I thought he was. I was there. I thought I was. Maybe it's me. Maybe I'm just having some type of out-of-body experience where I think I experienced something that I didn't experience. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's all of us. Maybe it's the whole freaking wrestling world that we all somehow got just in a different timeline than the one that's really going on, and maybe it's us. Maybe it's not even The Rock. Maybe he's still cooking in a different timeline, and we just somehow managed to, in some alternate timeline, end up to the worst version of The Rock that we could have ever have gotten. We've got a Rock that doesn't understand kayfabe and doesn't really care about his fans. He's not the people's champion anymore. He's more like the people's chimp. He's not a rock. He's a pebble. I mean, we've got Pebble. We've got Pebbles, ladies and gentlemen, in this timeline. Thank you very much, Pebble, for not electrifying us. And by not knowing your role, you have disappointed the millions and millions of Rock fans all across the world. What are you going to do about that, Rock? I mean, we all want to know. Are you going to just continue being like, no, it's not my story. I don't care. Are you going to keep doing that? Or are you going to actually step up and freaking finish what you started? Because you did say in that interview, you said, we can always revisit the soul thing later. Why are we going to finish it later? As if we have a lot of time anyways. John Cena's freaking only got 20-something more dates left. He's leaving. He's retiring. And why wouldn't you want to continue storing the biggest stage of them all, where we all, again, dude, I mean, that was, look, I love you, Rock, except right now you're just disappointed a lot of us. And I'm a little bit, I'm annoyed. I'm frustrated. Look, guys, do you understand? I was so freaking annoyed by this whole wrestling freaking finish of The Rock not being the story, leaving us all hanging high and dry. And the worst part is when he's interviewed on Pat McAfee's show, he's just like, well, I wasn't planning to be there anyway, man. I just doing my thing, He's sitting in freaking, we see videos of him sitting at home on a hammock freaking at the beach, just living his life up, whatever, blah, just like, not a care in the world, drinking his little freaking Kool-Aid drink, whatever it is, you know. I'm so cool. I'm Hollywood. But dude, do you understand that, first of all, we would have been happy with the same, look, you took 45 minutes of your time to give this whole drawn out blah 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 that we just really didn't care about after that disappointment that you gave us all. If you would have just spent, Rock, 5 minutes of your time, 5 minutes, you know, not even 5 minutes, we've been happy with 5 seconds, really. You could have just made a little Zoom freaking video, popped up on the Titatron, whatever, just popped up somewhere in a video. You didn't even have to be there, dude. We just pop up somewhere on the video screen. Could have been a little screen. Could have been a little TV screen. The ones in the backstage, sometimes they're all looking at watching. It could have been anywhere, dude. You could have popped up on a mobile. A phone. They could have had a phone in the hand. Cena could have had phone ring, and you could have just said, "Good job." And we would have taken that. That's something. I mean, at least it would have let us know that you still cared about the story, that it was somehow still tied together, that something was going on. But instead, nothing. You just come and you're just talking about stuff. We don't care. It's just like, it's not good, dude. I don't understand. I'm really still attempting to gather my thoughts around all this because, I mean, I'm just flustered. I'm flustered, and I don't even know if flustered is really a word or not, or it's just something I created, because I like saying that word sometimes, but it could be actually a word. So if it is, pat on my back. But look, dude, Rock, if you happen to be watching this video, which I'm sure you will, because I believe in kayfabe, in my kayfabe world, you're watching this video and you're freaking very attentive, and you're actually like, wow, you know, I'm really sorry that I upset Faith, because Faith, she's actually freaking really important to me. She is my most electrifying fan. She is the one that I know I should have never disappointed. I should have been there, and I should have cooked like I cook, because I'm the one who does the cooking, and she would have been smelling it now. Now what she's smelling is my freaking BS, and it stinks, and I know it, and we all know it, and everybody knows it. But in my world of kayfabe, The Rock is watching this right now, and I'm asking you right now, Rock. I'm looking at you right through the screen. I'm saying, Mr. Rock, Sir Pebble. Matter of fact, I remember once you saying something about Fruity Pebbles, and calling Cena or somebody is like Fruity Pebbles or something. That was funny back then. He's so funny, Rock. He had some good ones, some good one-liners. He was funny, man. He used to play guitar, come and sing, care about all of his fans, and now you just don't. But you know, you become the Fruity Pebble. It's ironic because you're a rock, but now you're not a rock. You're a pebble. Everybody knows a pebble is not superior to a rock. Why would you want to downgrade yourself to a pebble, ladies and gentlemen? The Rock wants to be a pebble now. Why would you want to be a pebble? Someone tell me why. What's the attraction of being a pebble? I don't think being a pebble is better than being a rock. I mean, I think the upgrade would have been boulder. Isn't a boulder better than a rock? A big boulder. The boulder is cooking. Rawr! Like, that sounds scary, intimidating. The boulder. You know, but the rock, you know, it's been working for you. But now you're the pebble. Now you've become the Fruity Pebble. You are the Fruity Pebble that you once talked about. You are the Fruity Pebble. Ladies and gentlemen, The Rock is the Fruity Pebble. Why, Rock, have you let us down like this? Now, Rock, I'm going to tell you this right now. I want you to listen. I want you to take a moment out of your drinking your freaking Kool-Aid drink, and I want you to listen. Rock, there's time for you to fix this. You don't have to be the one who has just been forever and always known from this day forward as the Fruity Pebble that freaking just destroyed WrestleMania and the rest of John Cena's farewell tour. The whole story. I mean, you don't have to be that guy. I mean, you can kind of fix what you started. We're not asking you to do much except just take a couple seconds just to fix what you started, finish what you started, do something to let us fans of yours, because we've been your fans for a long time, freaking fix it, Rock, make things better. I don't know how you're going to freaking do it at this stage, because a lot of us are really, really angry at you, disappointed, frustrated. We are boycotting Pebbles now. Many of us have decided we don't even want Pebbles in our yards. We don't want Pebbles on our beaches. We are just anti-Pebble now, thanks to you. Why would you destroy people's love of Pebbles? I don't understand. This is just the things that is just making me feel confused, Rock. So, Rock, I want you to get off of your freaking bored, TKL freaking thinking way. Put your big boy pants back on, the ones where they actually had kayfabe written on them, because you just, we don't want to see corporate Rock talking blibbly blue blah. We already have to listen to Triple H freaking talk freaking corporate-y all the time, and that's fine, because there's a difference. Because see, Triple H, well, you know, well, he's the creative guy. He's kind of got, I guess, kind of to some. No, I don't think he really gets a freaking buy in this either. I think that Triple H should also be honoring kayfabe as much as humanly possible, which should be all the time when it comes to stories and the characters and the whole wrestling thing, because that is what is the holy grail of wrestling. So, no, I'm sorry, I'm not even giving Triple H. I was going to give Triple H a little bit of a buy on that as, you know, head of creative, but no. As a matter of fact, come to think of it, if you're the head of creative, you should be the most creative. You should be the most freaking kayfabe of them all. Okay, but that's a video for another day. Triple H, don't you worry, gonna make a video for you too. It's not gonna be, you know, I'm a fan. Look, first of all, don't let the fact that I'm making this video sway you from the reality that I'm actually the biggest WWE fan of them all. I am a absolute 2,000,000% loyal WWE fan. I love wrestling, except for some other company, which we won't put them down today, because, you know, we've all got our reasons why we like certain places and why we don't. But I will tell you why I just really needed to make this video, because for the past few days, I have been feeling really down. I was like, I can't believe The Rock would do this to us. And, you know, it was kind of a little bit probably better not knowing anything at all. If you didn't come on Pat McAfee, we could have just, in my mind, I was thinking, oh, maybe he caught COVID. Maybe he got sick. You know, maybe he got lost, you know, somewhere in the jungles with Jack Black, or, you know, maybe something happened. Maybe, you know, Superman found out where he lives, and suddenly, you know, he had to, you know, put his Black Adam suit on, and he had to go and freaking, you know, protect him. Maybe that's what's happened. I was thinking some great things, because, see, unlike you, Rock, I still believe in kayfabe. In my world, I had lots of great reasons why The Rock didn't show, why The Rock wasn't cooking, why The Rock wasn't there. I had some good ones, but then you had to ruin it all, because you completely ruined kayfabe, you ruined the dream, you ruined the imagination of us all by going on Pat McAfee and opening your mouth, saying a bunch of stuff that just really not only buried pretty much everything that we had been believing in, hoping for. You destroyed kayfabe, and you destroyed our dreams, our hopes. You really just kind of really made us all feel like maybe you're not The Rock we once all thought we loved once upon a time. Maybe that person's gone. Maybe you've died with kayfabe, that you've just buried it all. All the rocks are buried underneath the ground. All the rocks are buried. Oh my gosh. Avalanche. See, I would have been happy with thinking you being a rock, you fell from a mountain, started rolling. You know, that happens. The rocks sometimes, the mountain, next thing you know, avalanche thing, rock falling, danger. You know, I'm trapped. I can't get out. There's a bunch of other bigger rocks on top of me now that I'm a pebble. I'm laughing because I'm crying. Crying inside, but that's okay. You know, hopefully somebody else will keep kayfabe alive for us and hold the mantra of the whole kayfabe thing, because the guys who should be doing it, the veterans, the ones who, you know, basically kayfabe and everything that we've come to know and love about WWE, they're the ones who, all of this exists because of them. And you would think they'd be the ones more than anyone else who want to make sure that this sacred, the whole glue that holds all of wrestling together, and is the reason why we love wrestling so much. Because, ladies and gentlemen, like, if you're going to sit there and make us all to know what we already know, but we want to believe in the world of kayfabe, so we're pretending like little kids, pretending Peter Pan and all this stuff, pretending, oh wow, it's magical. It's look, I'm eating imaginary food. It's delicious. Yum, yum, yum. We was imagining us smelling what the Rock is cooking, and we're eating that, and it's so delicious. Thank you. And now, without kayfabe, I mean, it's like, dude, you're really you're a Debbie Downer. You're making the party that should have been great and awesome. You're bringing it down, because we're all like just in. You're that guy, aren't you? Everyone's in Halloween mode, make believe freaking costume. Wow, look, it's Harry Potter. Look, oh wow, look, it's freaking Playboy Bunny, or it's look, E.T. Oh wow, it's great. This is all real. It's great. It's awesome. And you're the guy who goes and freaking wants to burn down the haunted house and go, guys, guess what? I'm the board of directors of TKO, and basically, so yeah, everything that happened. I mean, the final boss, he over here, he was wearing the costume, and he was over there partying and scaring people, going boo and doing all that. But me, myself, I think that's a great story. That's fun stuff. But yeah, I just like just sitting here on my hammock and freaking drinking my Kool-Aid, That's what I'm saying, because I'm the man, I'm the Hollywood star. Look at me. Yep, that's right, TKO. Hey, I got a new movie coming out, if you guys want to know, by the way. Nobody wants to know. Just so you know, we don't want to know, because we're probably not going to watch your next movie. Well, yeah, I mean, maybe, because, all right, that's besides the point. Don't attempt to distract us from the fact that we're mad at you. You put out a new movie, of course we're going to watch it probably, but you got to fix this, Rock. You have to fix this. You have to make things better. You have to freaking get cooking again, and find your kitchen. I don't know if you can't find your maybe your kitchen is. Do you have a kitchen anymore? Maybe you thought, I'm too cool for a kitchen now, and I no longer need to cook. Because, maybe that's the problem. Maybe you forgot how to cook yourself, because you've got everyone else cooking for you now. Everyone else is cooking. I mean, freaking everyone's cooking. Did you see, WrestleMania 41, there was a lot of cooking going on. A lot of people were cooking some dopeness, and they were cooking some stuff that smelled great. But Rock, not cooking at all. Nothing. Nope, not cooking anything. Did you go vegetarian? Maybe you don't like the smell of vegetarian food. It doesn't really have the same kick to it, maybe as a big steak or something. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with you. I'm just trying to put 2 and 2 together and get 5 or 6, maybe 7, 8, dare not ask for 4, because that right there is what you're giving us more of. You're giving us the 2 + 2 = 4. We know that. That's real life. That's realistic. We know 2 + 2 is 4. We want to get 2 + 2 is 80, because that's not real. That's kayfabe. That would be imagination land. wow, how'd you get 80 from 2 plus 2? And you can explain it then, Rock. You could be like, well, because, you see, when you've got 80 pebbles and you take 5 of them and you mix them together with a boulder and you times that by 5, you get, I don't know, freaking hell. Where are we going with this? Ladies and gentlemen, Rock's got me freaking frizzled, frazzled, and flustered, and these are all great F words that maybe really actually do or do not exist, but whether or not they do or don't doesn't matter, because that's the point of this video, because kayfabe doesn't have to really exist except in our own freaking world of kayfabe, and we want that world to exist. Therefore, if you want to be cooking something, please do so. Mr. Rock, we need you to. We miss your cooking. We're hungry. We're starving now for your cooking. Finish the story. You, ironically, Cody had to finish his story. You attempted to interfere with that story not being able to be finished. And now it's kind of ironic. We want you to finish your story. So, wow. Things circle. The circle of life. Look at that. Oh! The Circle of Life. Is that something? Didn't The Rock have a movie? No, that's The Lion King. I'm getting the lion movies mixed. Okay. But anyways, speaking of lions, some may say that The Rock has been lying. Anyways, look, I'm gonna finish the video before I completely just undo all the awesomeness or greatness I've just done. I've now 25 minutes into a video of greatness, and I'm just completely just nailed it, because all I had to do was do something that The Rock could have easily done, and I started a story and I brought it to completion, and that's how you create greatness, ladies and gentlemen. The great one has forgotten how to create greatness. Go figure it out. Explain that to me. I don't understand it, but The Rock, thank you very much for basically ruining our day. Thank you. Our week, because now it's the aftermath, and I think it's going to be a long month for a lot of us. I hope, Rock, that you do care somewhere in that pebble head of yours and you still care about us fans, because it'd be nice for you to fix this, okay? Not giving excuses, not the most electrifying excuses in sports entertainment. We don't need that. We just really need the Rocky. That Rocky. Remember Rocky? Rocky. That guy, that freaking brought us such great moments. That guy who really loved the business to the point where he was willing to keep kayfabe all the time. I don't know what. I mean, we just want it. Just at least when you just day after can you the day after WrestleMania still? Can you show some type of kayfabe? I mean, you don't. I mean, anyways. I have said enough. So, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, hit the subscribe button, because I'm going to be bringing more wrestling news, and of course all the other great reactions and all the other great videos and all the great entertainment I do, because that's what we do, and you know that to be true if you're here on this channel. If not, then maybe you're sitting on a hammock somewhere and drinking Kool-Aid with The Rock, and hey, a lot of pebbles, a lot of fruity pebbles want to hang out on the beach together. Hey, that's your thing, as long as it doesn't interfere with my day. But the fruity pebbles are interfering with what's going on, and we're not happy. So fix it. That's all I'm saying. Thank you very much. As always, remember to the fullest. Keep it off tap, out.
This is